All right, here we go. I am sitting in front of City Hall. I am gonna turn and go up Broadway south. There's one of the old court buildings. And there's the mill down there. And here's the closed and abandoned Genesis Center. The Steelworkers Memorial statue there. Parking for the municipal buildings. The old Gary Bank building. You see that in a lot of postcards. Then they built on top of it, but that's a cool building. You see it right there. That's a huge building. If you haven't watched the northbound Broadway video, it's the same drive. I'm just going to use them in two different videos. While I'm going out, the sun is melting everything and the streets are pretty clear, so I decided to do a wintertime drive around Gary. And I'm going to start off with going up and down Broadway. You got to start off somewhere, right? There's no other place to start besides Broadway, is there? So here we go. The old state building. And I'm trying to hold the camera, and I am holding the camera. And driving and talking at the same time. The back of the old Methodist church over there. Not the Methodist church, but the city church. There's the Genesis Towers, which is now like a senior citizen place to help the senior citizens out. They leveled that whole block back there, and they built these condos and duplexes a while back. But right here on 6th Avenue, all this was a bunch of old buildings that were just rotting and falling apart, and they tore them all down. I have videos on that whole block, so make sure you look through the page if you're interested in any of these. Been filming for coming up on 5 years now, almost 1,000 videos. And I love my city of Gary, man. Just thought it was important to document it. They just got through tearing all these buildings down right here. And behind this building right here is where they shot the scenes for original Gangsters movie. A lot of it on 7th Avenue behind that building there. I have videos on all that. Sorry I keep saying that. Oh, there's somebody shoveling snow. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Michael Jackson came to town and went through there, and a bunch of people went crazy. It was pretty funny. There's a Freddie Gibbs video that's pretty hilarious. We're going down now, and Post Tribune across the street there. This Popeyes. Poor Popeyes, man. This thing was just really, really bad, raggedy. Got a fire in it. We did a video on there, and they came up and cleaned the parking lot up. And I had a lady that lives in those buildings back there thank me so much for putting it out there so people can see what they have to see every day. And the city came and cleaned it up. I'm pretty proud of those ones. It happens a lot, but I'm a humble guy. I'm not gonna name off every single place and everything I've done that the city has taken a response to and made it better. Either boarding up, tearing down, cleaning up. Been a lot of things happening, and couldn't do it without my subscribers out there in the community. Thank you. This whole block is gone. Look at this. Up here was the old Lavelle's. VJ Records used to sit right there. That should be a landmark, but it's not. Look at this, look at the bank. Every explorer that's ever explored Gary's been in these ones. The whole thing is just wiped out. Just gone. Look at that. This church right here, this one right here, didn't even know it's closed for like years, and then we found out, we went inside and walked right in the back. Metropolitan Baptist Church. That's closed. These guys right here always got something going, which is good. Making money, doing cars, whatever they're doing, alignments, and you know. The old Friendship Building's right over there. Look across the street from that church. That's the old Friendship Building. I was never able to get inside of it. I did a walk around video of it. That old church and then that other building across the street. That's the Friendship Building. That was like a historical thing where when the immigrants came to Gary, they learned, you know, do a lot of things like you would in school: read, write, cook food. They were helped and sheltered until they got on their feet. Brother's Keeper. Used to be an old gas station. It's been for the guys, and they're down their luck. They live there. I actually wouldn't mind doing an interview one day with them, but I just don't want to capitalize. Make it look like I'm capitalizing on a bunch of homeless guys, but a lot of good guys, man. Just bad luck, you know. You see all this was all boarded up. It used to be an old social club. We did videos on that. We've been doing these videos for 5 years, so we got in a lot of these places that nobody even batted an eye to. You know, until a year or two ago, and then they started shutting them all down and tearing them up and boarding them up. Like the schools, everything's open. You know, the doors been busted. People been there looting stuff and scrapping it. As you can see, you gotta watch what you're doing. I'm trying to keep an eye on the road while these people just drive like that. No turn signals. Don't stop at the stoplight. 25th Avenue. So I've never ate there. This gas station right here, man, I think I've stopped there twice, man, and that's a seedy gas station right there. I'm sorry. I don't know how they get away with some of the stuff they get away with in these gas stations. Everybody else got to follow the rules, I guess, but when the foreigners come to town, they'll sell single cigarettes and buy a bottle of pop that says not for an individual sale. It's crazy. All right, we're approaching the highway. Hope you're enjoying your ride along. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know if you enjoyed these videos. If I talk too much, just be nice about it. Just so you talk too much, you don't have to go on and on. I'm trying to loosen up here. And if you want me to do more videos like this, I encourage you to encourage me. How's that? No negativity needed, you know. I'm just taking a ride and recording it. If you don't like what I'm saying, or you don't like my voice, or not interested, whatever it is, turn the volume down. No need in rude comments. I'm trying to be a little bit more personal on the videos, and you know, I just think it's very important to document these things before everything changes. And when things change, they change fast. That's it. A lot of these places nobody would even know about and never seen again, and a lot of good memories. When you see abandoned building, you don't see really the abandoned building, you see the memories and remember when it was a beautiful thing. And we all should be lucky we had that time in our life. I feel like that. All right, back there, Gleason Park, Gilroy Stadium, the old boxing club. The golf driving range. There's videos on all these that me and the guys went out here and had some fun. Approaching my old neighborhood, coming up on 35th. We are on like 33rd now. You see the old golf driving range there. I remember when they started building at Indiana University. I actually lived over here, so we used to go over there and play football in that big spot when they first built this. Well, the bigger kids did. I was kind of small at the time, and I played a couple times. They were rough with me, so I really didn't want to play anymore. Right here, Yeah, the Indiana University. There it is. I remember when this spot right up here was all just grass. There was no building there. Coming up on another survivor of the Glen Park area, and that is the Dairy Queen. A lot of memories there. A lot of memories there. That was the go-to spot. And then a couple cute girls that worked there, and you know, there it is. The old DQ. I know you guys remember that. I don't quite remember what this building used to be, but I think that's what it is now. Now here's another side of Broadway. For some reason, between like 35th and 39th, it's really bad. Look at this building. This one right here is just tore up. Used to be a laundromat when we were kids. There's the bank. They had a big incident there where people tried to rob it and shot and killed the guard. That right there building and the corner you just seen was where that doctor was keeping fetuses and stuff. And they actually raided that and looked for some. Yeah. Here's one I would love to explore, but I haven't been able to. The old Pamplon's Pharmacy. And right here is the sad part of Broadway. All these buildings are gone. Look. The old Harveys. The only thing that's going is the Badlands. Big shout out to the Badlands. This was the old, right here, this is the old music store. I used to come and get records and stuff, and that's all gone. That building's closed now. There's my old kindergarten school. Right here was Glen Park Tile and Carpet, and that place is a mess. And then finally the car hit it, and they ended up tearing it down because the corner of it was about to fall. Right here, the old Copper Nickel, or Nickel Plate Lounge. Sorry. Staying right there. They tore that down finally. This is all a mess. Just like right there, it's a mess. Look at that side of the street. We used to live back there. A couple businesses. Looks like they're still a pulse. You know, just because sometimes they're not retail, you don't really see a lot. I see they're using that now. Okay. People's gonna remember this. There used to be a funeral home, and they turned it into a car place. We explored it. That place is a hot mess. There's the signs even decaying away. And right next to it, there was quite a few buildings or houses that they ended up tearing down after we did some videos on them. Matter of fact, there was somebody was thrown in one of those. It was that serial killer guy. I don't want to give him any attention, but threw a body in there, and they found out. And they found it. This whole block has been blown out. I did a video on this with the guys. Unbelievable how bad that was. The whole row of houses just gone. And I always remember it was nice houses. Coming up, you see the old Flamingo sign still hanging there. Barely. See it right there? That's where Flamingo Pizza used to be. That gas station's closed down or remodeling, whatever. Give you a perspective of where we're at on this side of the street. Coney King's right there. Bunch of houses, just the back of houses there. Look at that. That's kind of where we're at. The old Glen Park's first Burger King right there. This is one of the sketchiest gas stations to go to in Glen Park. It really is. People are just, it's a whole vibe thing. You go in there, you have to experience it for yourself. I don't want to speak on it. Yeah, I tried to avoid that though. The old Zenith building, you see the old crown there. I did a video there, and they later turned that into a doctor's office. Those buildings right there are not being used. This one right here, they found a dead body, a junkie that overdosed upstairs. Yeah, a lot. The old Lincoln carry out. When we were young, we used to cruise Broadway, and we were on that side of the light coming north. And right here across the street, as we were cruising, we seen a guy fighting over here on this corner, and they ran across the street through that parking lot, and a guy was chasing another guy with a machete. I'll never forget it. And they ran off that way. It was crazy. Coming up on one of my old stomping grounds, K&D Lounge used to be right there. That's what it was. I'm pretty sure that was K&D Lounge. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was somewhere, I think it was right there. They tore that down, built that building there. That was one of my spots right there. I used to love going there. Anyway, Paradise Lounge coming up. The old Paradise Lounge is not Paradise Lounge anymore. What in the hell? Jeez. You see that? There it is right there. That used to be Paradise Lounge. It's Fly Nation now. JJ's Fish and Chips. Everything's there, just sitting in shambles. Right across the street right there, that's the old Red Dragon Peep booth with the American Legion. Now this up here used to be Big Top. It was a shopping center, and this is where Joe Jackson brung the Jacksons, the Jackson Boys as they were called, and they did a talent show, and some lady suggested that he named them the Jackson 5, and that's where the name came from, right in that building, right there. It's a little Jackson trivia. Yep. And she suggested, Joe, why don't you name it Jackson 5? And it stuck, and that was it. They were from Jackson 5 after that. It's exactly where they got the name, in that exact spot. Just thought that was a little cool trivia. Yeah, that whole strip mall is pawn shops and check cashing places and stuff like that now. Resale shops. Colonel in his bucket. And these buildings right here are not doing too bad, so coming up towards the end of the ride, I'd just like to take a moment to say thank you for being interested in what I do. I basically just go around Gary and look around and see things that a lot of people don't see, so I record them and I put it out there. This way, we can all enjoy and know what we're looking at instead of just hearing bad things about Gary. It's really not. It's been through some rough times, and now they're trying to do something with it. I'm totally supporting that, especially for the kids. God bless you all. Coming up on 61st Avenue, we're going to call that a wrap. I'm going to stop here at the light. You're going to have to get out. I got other things to do. I'll see you next round. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe if you still see the storm. Hit that bell for latest notifications. And if you would consider, if you're interested in looking behind the scenes and all that, there's a member-only thing that I do, and it really helps out, $9.99 a month, you can see behind the scenes and videos I don't release to the public and a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to make it really cool for you. I promise you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you next round. Yes, that's the old Peppies.